Today is the 26th of March, and it's the third day of the Community Based Adaptation fifth conference and the third of my daily blogs or vlogs on this. We have our field visits going on at the moment. The feedback from most of them is that they're having a good time, seeing lots of very interesting things. A few latecomers who missed the original departure for the two-night visit left today, and they're going to spend a night there. And everybody comes back tomorrow, and we will review progress and talk about the conference itself. We hope they're going to get lots of video and photographs which we'll upload, and so over the next few days we'll have a lot more visual material to share with people and not just me talking, although I will continue my daily vlogs as well. So what I'm going to talk today about is a little bit about what is community-based adaptation, a common question that everybody asks. And then it gets very closely followed by how is it different from community-based development or community-based natural resource management or community-based disaster risk reduction, all of which are now prevalent paradigms or phrases. The short answer is we really don't know yet, but we're at an early stage of trying to find out, and that we are testing a hypothesis. The hypothesis being that human-induced climate change over the next decades is actually a new threat to vulnerable people in many of the developing countries, and indeed many developed countries as well. And that we are going to have to think about it slightly differently, if not very differently, from the way we've thought about general development or general natural resource management, or even disaster risk reduction, which is probably the closest. And so one of the thinking that is now evolving amongst people who work on community-based adaptation is to distinguish between what we are doing now, which in the language of adaptation science, if you like, is called adapting to climate variability, which we are familiar with. Climate variability being bringing us floods, droughts, all kinds of climatic related disasters, which we are familiar with, to evolving into adapting to human-induced climate change, which is of a different nature. Some of it is similar to what we've seen before, perhaps in greater frequency and greater magnitude. Some of it is very different from what we've seen before, and one such long-term change, which is secular and not just disaster related, is the increase in salinity in low-lying coastal areas and islands, which is a long-term trend. It's a secular trend. It's not associated with an event like a cyclone or a hurricane, but it is going on. In coastal Bangladesh, and particularly our groups who went to visit them, have been seeing the effects of saline water intrusion in the crops, salinity in drinking water, and this will increase with sea level rise and with increased lowering of the freshwater flows as well. So we are going to be exploring all of these themes and to try and help define better what community-based adaptation is and develop indicators for that. And those are the discussions we'll be having at the conference.